Hello my friends, welcome to the next 7 days tarot reading for each zodiac sign. So these messages are timeless, they come to you as and when you need them. So they're basically messages from Spirit for the next 7 days. Let's get started. Okay, Gemini, so we have your overall energy is Nandi. We have where or how, what aspect of yourself this is playing out in. And we have the tarot as additional messages. Look at this major arcana. The Fool, the Emperor, and Death. Amazing, amazing reading for you, Gemini. Amazing. So Gemini, the overall energy is Nandi. Magical white bull brings divine protection, messages, and healing. Keep moving forward. You are on the right path. The card says, I walk my path with curiosity, openness, and trust. This is your affirmation for the next 7 days. I walk my path with curiosity, openness, and trust. Look at this card. Magical white bull brings divine protection, messages, and healing. His spirit. All major arcana. Clarity. Keep moving forward. You are on the right path. You are being so guided, Gemini. I feel the next 7 days are going to be quite magical for you. I think the next 7 days are going to be really powerful. Look at these mountains. I just see them as the obstacles that you saw in front of you. The mountains that you made out of the molehills. The way that you couldn't see how this could happen or how you could move forward, the worry, the anxiety, and then suddenly you're being guided straight past them. Keep moving forward, you are on the right path. The path is not asking you to go over the mountains. It's asking you to trust. Be curious, open, and trust. Gosh, that's an adventure, isn't it? When we set off and we have just got curiosity, openness, and trust, magic happens. You know, I don't know if you've ever been on a holiday that was like that, where you kind of had an idea what you'd do, but you kind of just thought, you know what? I'm just going to go, and then when I get there, I'm just going to see what happens. And then suddenly, this magic happened. That's what this energy is. And the more you can allow, Gemini, the more magical it will be. And you've got clarity. So this is playing out as clarity. So this energy is going to target what you can't see, like in the cards here where you thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to navigate these mountains? And suddenly you're shown a pathway straight along them. You don't even have to go up and over them. That's what clarity is, my friends. The card says, let me trust my deepest instincts in all ways, especially when matters are unclear. May my own holy intuition always guide the way. Look at the healing, the green in this card, the healing energy. This is your heart chakra. You are opening up your heart chakra to guide you. Your intuition doesn't reside in your mind. It's in your heart and it's in your soul. It's that quiet whisper that calls you forward. It's that quiet whisper that allows you to take those leaps of faith, of thinking there was only one direction and suddenly discovering that no, there's another. You know, sometimes we have a way of making everything difficult. You know, we think if it's not hard, if it wasn't won over sweat, blood and tears, it wasn't worth it. But sometimes not everything is about that. Sometimes things do just fall in our lap. Sometimes the way is much simpler and easier than we ever would have imagined, but it reaps just as magical the results. Allow yourself to be guided by everything other than your mind. Don't allow your mind to take control, because your mind will guide you up the mountains. And that it doesn't need to be that hard. The Fool, the Emperor and Death. So this is what this is guiding you to. This is what this is all about. It's a leap of faith, trusting our intuition. It takes a leap of faith because it's not grounded in logic. Trusting our intuition scares our mind, petrifies our mind more than anything else we can do. Because our mind operates with logic. And the logic that it perceives at that particular point in time. So it's not even operating from a very broad logical perspective. It's operating from a perspective that you can see now. So if you see mountains, it will make you go up mountains. But it's logical. The mountains come into focus first and you're like, oh, I've got to go over those. And it'll make you miss that little dim path that runs alongside them. It might make you feel like you're doing a big detour. The leap of faith is not comfortable. But in the long run, it's a lot easier. A lot easier. And you're taking this leap of faith, Gemini, because it brings you to the Emperor. And the Emperor in your reading here is you becoming empowered. When we see clearly, when we follow our intuition, when we see, no, we don't see with our eyes, but when we feel the path, we're empowered. And this Emperor in your reading is empowered. It knows it doesn't know everything, and it's okay with that. It'll figure it out as it goes along. The Emperor has people that are top of their field to ask questions, to seek guidance from. He doesn't do it all on his own. He's not the army. He's not the scientists. He's not the healers. He's not the cleaners. He's not the builders. He's not everything. He's just one person. And he knows that. The reason he's the Emperor is because he has the wisdom to know that. So he knows what he's capable of, and he knows when he needs other people to come in and help. That is when you are in your power, Gemini, because you understand your shortcomings, you understand your strengths. And that leads you to endings. And I think that's what those mountains were in this card. Those mountains are almost the, ooh, you know, I can see if I take this job in the other state, I'm going to be saying goodbye to my family or friends. Ooh, I'm going to take the long way around. You know, I don't want to get there too quickly. I'm not sure. I'm afraid. So we put obstacles in our way to slow us down sometimes, or to make us give up, or to make us say no to things that are really aligned with us, so things don't have to end. And then we can say to people, oh, but we've struggled and it was so hard, and then there are excuses. But Spirit's saying you don't need that. Not at all. We're going to show you the easy way, the less painful way, the less drama-filled way to get to the next place that you need to be. And trust, Gemini, there will be endings. Because there's so much new beginning coming that what no longer serves you will fall away. But with this energy, Gemini, what doesn't resonate with you anymore when you find this Fool and Emperor energy within you, this clarity, they just fall away on their own with very little drama, very little fighting and strain and stress. It's almost like this very natural evolution. It's a beautiful reading, moving towards something completely different. And that can just be you, seeing things so clearly that it moves you forward in a really magical way, beneficial way for you. You're going to love it, Gemini. That's what I'm getting. Spirit's just saying to me, oh, just wait and see. Wow. And it's going to be easier. It's going to be easier than what you thought. I'm going to leave you with those messages, Gemini. Love, light, and blessings to you. See you next time. Bye.